dealing with symptoms in your life and thought, why is this happening to me? And what we need to take a look at here is what's going on in your body. Why are things not functioning the way that they should be? Because if you're dealing with symptoms, often this is a sign that either there's something missing, something that's not there that your body needs to be able to function properly, or there's something getting in the way. And I called this video something I wish that more people understood. And this is a big part of it. Understanding that something missing or something getting in the way is going to stop you from functioning the way you're supposed to is really important to know. I'm just trying to go live on Instagram. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, what's getting in the way? What could be causing you to not be functioning properly? So, if you're not feeling well, if you're dealing with health challenges, the things that often we find that are getting in the way are things like parasites. Parasites are something that are common, and it's something in North America that's often not discussed, not addressed, not talked about, but it's still something that we need to consider because when there's parasites in your system, they're going to steal your nutrients. So this is where something that doesn't belong there, that's getting in the way, can also contribute to the things missing. Because if parasites are stealing your nutrients, then your body's not going to get everything that it should be. You may be eating really healthy food and still showing signs of nutrient deficiency because you're not getting what you need from the foods that you're eating. Parasites can also hold on to things in our system. They can hold on to heavy metals or chemicals or mold, and they can make problems even worse for you as well. They can eat your neurotransmitters, which has a really big impact on behavior, on mood. It can have a really big impact on energy. They can get in the way of sleeping. They can cause you to be constipated or have diarrhea, which is two polar opposite ends of the spectrum. But this is based on the type of parasites that you may be dealing with. And this is something that's common to see in children as well. If your child is grinding their teeth at night, especially around a full moon, especially around a new moon, these are really troublesome times because serotonin levels and melatonin levels, when they're up or when they're down, is going to impact parasites. And so this can cause problems for yourself and for your children, for your pets as well. Like, how many people have had pets? And I grew up with horses, and we used to deworm our horses twice a year. This is the same concept, but we don't deworm humans as a natural practice. In other parts of the world, they do. I've heard that in India or in other countries in the eastern side of our world, they do parasite cleanses and deworming frequently on a regular basis. And it's not something that's common in North America. So, this is one of the big things that can be something that doesn't belong there that's causing you to have symptoms and causing you to not feel well. Another thing can be mold. If you're someone who's dealing with hormone issues, hormone imbalance problems, really heavy periods, um, cramping, clotting, all of these things, there could be a mold problem in your system. And ultimately, your body is always trying to protect you. So, if there is something that doesn't belong there, like the parasites, like the mold, like bacteria, so Lyme can be an issue. Fungus can be an issue. Fungus is one that I've talked about recently, and it's something that we've seen with a bunch of clients, something I've dealt with in the past as well. Fungus, candida, is something that you commonly can hear of, but there are other funguses that can cause problems in our system as well. And ultimately, if your body is trying to protect you, I just thought of Amanda called me out on I say ultimately a lot, so I'm going to try and change that up. But if you are finding that you're having symptoms, you're having hormone related symptoms, maybe you have toe fungus, maybe you have hair loss, all of these are signs from the body that something's not functioning properly and something needs your support. And so, if you are having symptoms, this is where a bandaid approach or looking for a medication or something to make the symptoms go away is not actually going to benefit you in the long run because it's a bandaid. It's not finding out the root cause, finding out what's going on with you, what's the problem. And this can be for minor things, this can be major things as well. I was someone who lived with multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed in 2005. That was 18 years ago. And I went through a period of my life where I thought medication was the solution. Medication was what was going to help me feel better and what was going to fix me. But ultimately, I was still putting a bandaid on what I was dealing with. And when we started to look in and see, okay, what is your body reacting to? What is causing the triggers that's causing my immune system to attack? And figured out that for me, food was a really big part of this. And if there's food, it could be a healthy food, but if it's a food that your body is responding to negatively, it's not the best food for you. And if you eliminate those things or work to at least avoid them until you're able to help the body, I'm trying not to use words that are going to get me kicked off of this platform. If you can eliminate the foods and keep them out for long enough so that the system can start to repair and rebuild itself, we can introduce these foods back in, and your body may no longer respond to them in the way that it did in the past. But if it's a red flag for your system right now, it needs to go. This is another one of the things, like, yeah, parasites are a problem, mold, heavy metals, all of these things are issues, but your food, something as simple as changing your foods, can make a huge difference in your overall health and well being. That was the start of my journey when it came to getting rid of MS because I didn't have quantum nutrition testing at the time. I didn't have the ability to listen to the messages that the body was giving. I was just like, I need to do something. And I saw a video that talked about how food can make a big difference. And I was like, okay, food is something I can do. I can take this into my own hands. I can take a little bit of control back again and do things that will help me. And so for me, I cut out a lot of foods because I didn't know how to find what were the actual ones that were the problem. So they all went. I got rid of gluten, dairy, nightshades, refined foods completely. I focused on eating whole food. And ultimately, there it is again. That's the recommendation that I often still say to clients today as well. There are so many different diets out there, there's different ways of looking at things. But if you can take it back and just focus on eating real food, the way that nature designed it, the way that you don't have a package to look at the ingredients. If you are looking at the ingredients, sure, there are things that we can avoid and we can eliminate. But if you can look for foods that don't have a package, like steak, like fish, like chicken, like eggs, broccoli, it shouldn't have a list of ingredients because when that happens, a lot of those things aren't made by nature, first of all. There's chemicals, there's things in there that if you can't pronounce it, you probably don't want to be putting it into your body, especially if you're in the process of trying to reverse some sort of health challenge. So, real whole foods is absolutely my recommendation here. And one of the things, too, that a common misconception that I wanted to kind of debunk for everyone on here because it's something that many people have mentioned to me and have been surprised when they see me post pictures of steak or pictures of meat on Instagram. Because the assumption often is that because I'm a nutritionist, I'm a holistic nutritionist trained, like that's my education background. The assumption is that I'm a vegetarian or a vegan. And while I think that there's not necessarily, well, I don't think that there's one diet that's absolutely perfect and right for every single person. I'm not a vegetarian or vegan. That was something that didn't work well for me. I didn't really try it. I added a lot more vegetables at certain periods, but you need to figure out what's the right solution for you. And the best place to start, in my opinion, is real whole foods. The foods with no ingredients. A carrot is a carrot. Broccoli is broccoli. Steak is beef. It's one thing. It's not a long list of ingredients. Because if we can't figure out what's going on, why is your body having these reaction to all of these things? If that box of whatever that has the long list of ingredients, if you're responding to that, how do we know what you're actually responding to? So, food is a really good place to start if you're looking to make some changes, if you're looking to get healthier. But there are so many things that we're bombarded with on a daily basis in our lives. I am currently sitting in front of a computer, a cell phone, a ring light, like there's electronics everywhere. So EMFs is a really big impact on us as well. I heard a study a while ago about how EMFs actually are something that raise blood sugar for people. It's a stressor on the body. All of these things, parasites, mold, Lyme, EMFs, emotional stress, physical stress, chemical stress, all of these things are stressors on your body. And when your body is under stress, it's going to react, which causes an adrenaline or a cortisol surge, your stress hormone, which causes blood sugar to go up. So, a lot of people who are dealing with blood sugar problems may be eating perfectly and can't understand, why is my blood sugar a problem? Why am I having issues? Why am I having sugar cravings? Why am I waking up throughout the night? Why am I waking up and I'm not hungry in the morning? All of these are signs of blood sugar dysregulation. And if you're someone who is eating really clean and exercising and can't figure out why this is a thing, why this is happening for you, EMFs is actually um, something that we often don't think about, but it has an impact on your body. All of the stressors on your body are going to cause the body to respond and to react. And so, if you're dealing with health challenges and you would like some support, and you'd like to figure out what's going on with you, we have a few spots left for this month. At Align Natural Health, we do what's called quantum nutrition testing. It's a form of frequency medicine, and it's all about figuring out what's going on with your body, testing your body. If I had had frequency medicine when I started doing my nutrition changes, my diet changes to get rid of my MS stuff, maybe I wouldn't have had to completely overhaul my diet. Maybe I would have been able to just avoid the things that my body didn't like, and it wouldn't have been as hard. So, when you can figure out what's actually going on with you, what your body needs to get back into balance, that's when things start to really improve. That's when you start to feel better. And so, if this is something you'd like to learn more about or you'd like support on, like I said, we have a few spots left. September was amazing. Welcomed so many new people, which is awesome. And October has already been busy as well. So, grab the link in my bio, or if you're on Facebook, I'll drop the link in comments below on this video. Book a free discovery call. There's nothing to lose. We can have a conversation. You can let me know what's going on with you, and we can talk about whether we'd be a good fit to work together. And yeah, ultimately, like, we're here to help. We're here to help figure out what's going on with you. I mean, I know what it's like. I've been through the journey of going to the doctor, trying to figure out answers, try to figure out what's going on. And just, there were a lot of band-aids. There were a lot of dead ends. There were a lot of, I don't know what's wrong with you. And that's where frequency medicine is pretty cool, because we're able to ask your body and tap in and see what is actually going on, what's missing, what's getting in the way, and what does your body need to get back into balance. So I will drop the link in the comments below. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, grab the link in my bio and book a discovery call with us. You've got nothing to lose. And ultimately, if you can start feeling better, isn't it worth it? So I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. It's Kate from Align Natural Health, hoping you